Let me tell you something most men never think about. History was not built by comfortable men. History was built by men who were obsessed. Obsessed with winning. Obsessed with building. Obsessed with proving something to the world. Think about a young boy born in the harsh grasslands of Mongolia. Nothing around him but cold winds, hunger, war, and survival. That boy grows up watching his tribe struggle, watching enemies surround him, watching the world try to crush him before he even becomes a man. That boy was Genghis Khan. Do you think that man had time to sit around chasing pleasure? Do you think he spent his days distracted? No. Every ounce of his energy went into one thing: conquest, survival, power. He unified tribes that had hated each other for centuries. Then he marched across the world. By the time he was finished, his empire stretched across continents. One man, one relentless drive. Now think about a warrior walking alone through Japan hundreds of years ago. No army, no followers, just a sword and a mindset that refused to break. That man was Miyamoto Musashi. Musashi fought duel after duel. 60 battles. 60 fights where one mistake meant death. And he never lost. Not once. Do you know why? Because he trained his mind to control everything. Fear, emotion, impulse. A warrior cannot hesitate. A warrior cannot be weak inside his own mind. Musashi spent years alone mastering discipline, training, studying, sharpening himself like a blade, because he understood something most modern men ignore. Power begins with control. Now think about another man. Not a warrior, not a conqueror, but a mind so powerful that centuries later, the world still studies his work. Leonardo da Vinci, the man who painted the Mona Lisa, the man who designed flying machines hundreds of years before airplanes existed. Look at his notebooks. Thousands of pages filled with ideas, inventions, anatomy sketches, engineering concepts. That level of genius does not come from a distracted mind. That comes from obsession, from focus, from directing your energy toward creation instead of wasting it on impulse. This is the pattern you see across history. Warriors, conquerors, inventors, builders, different paths, but the same foundation. Relentless focus. Controlled energy, directed ambition. These men were not slaves to pleasure. They were masters of themselves. Because when a man stops wasting the strongest energy inside him, that energy becomes something dangerous. It becomes drive. It becomes hunger. It becomes the fuel that builds empires. And that same force exists inside you right now. The question is, are you going to waste it, or are you finally going to use it? Most men today are sitting on the most powerful force they will ever possess, and they are wasting it. Not once, not twice, but every single day. You were born with a fire inside you, a restless force that pushes you to move, to compete, to build something bigger than yourself. That force is not random. It's sexual energy. The same energy that pushes a man toward desire is the same energy that built cities, created industries, and drove warriors across continents. The same energy that made young men train until their bodies broke. The same energy that made inventors stay awake for nights chasing ideas. The same energy that made leaders refuse to accept mediocrity. But today, most men release that energy before it ever becomes power. Instead of directing it, they dissolve it. Instead of using it to build something meaningful, they waste it chasing pleasure. And then they sit there wondering why their life feels smaller than it should. You say you want success. You say you want respect. You say you want to become the kind of man people look up to. But the man who cannot control himself cannot build anything powerful. Because discipline is the foundation of greatness. Every powerful man in history understood this. You don't become dangerous by accident. You become dangerous by controlling the strongest forces inside you. Think about this for a moment. Somewhere right now, there's a version of you that could exist. Stronger, more focused, more respected. A man who built the life you dream about. A man who made your parents proud. A man who kept his word to himself. But every time you choose impulse over discipline, you move further away from him. Every time you release the energy that should have fueled your ambition, you weaken the man you were meant to become. This is why so many men feel frustrated with themselves. Deep down, they know. They know they are capable of more. They know they are wasting something powerful. And the worst part is, they know exactly what they're doing. This is the war every man faces. Comfort or discipline, pleasure or power, weakness or control. And the men who win that war become the men who shape the world. Because when a man learns to control the strongest force inside him, he stops being average. He becomes unstoppable. Now let me ask you something. Who are you doing this for? Seriously. Who? Because every man says he wants to win. Every man says he wants success. But when it's time to show discipline, when it's time to control himself, when it's time to sacrifice comfort, most men disappear. And the worst part is, there are people in your life who believe in you. Your parents, the people who raised you, the people who sacrificed their time, their energy, their life, just to give you a chance at something better. Think about your mother for a moment, the woman who carried you into this world, the woman who probably believes you are capable of greatness, even when you doubt yourself. What would she say if she saw the version of you that you're becoming? Would she see a man building something powerful with his life? Or would she see a man wasting his potential, chasing pleasure? Now think about your father. Maybe he worked long hours. Maybe he struggled. Maybe he sacrificed things he never talked about just to give you opportunities he never had. Do you think he wanted you to grow up weak? Do you think he worked that hard so you could spend your life distracted, comfortable, and average? No. Your parents didn't sacrifice so you could become soft. They sacrificed so you could become strong. And then there's someone else watching you. Someone you probably haven't thought about in a long time. The younger version of yourself. The boy you used to be. Remember him? The kid who believed he could become anything. The kid who imagined a powerful future. The kid who thought he would grow up to become someone respected. Someone strong. Someone unstoppable. That boy is still inside you, watching, waiting. And every time you choose discipline, every time you control your impulses, every time you take the energy that most men waste and direct it toward building your life, you become the man that kid believed you could be. But every time you choose comfort, every time you choose impulse, every time you waste the energy that could have built something incredible, you betray him. That's the truth most men never want to face. Your life is being built right now. Every decision, every habit, every moment of discipline or weakness. And one day, years from now, you're going to look back at the man you became. The question is simple. Will you look back with pride or regret? Because the same energy that built empires is sitting inside you right now, waiting for a man strong enough to use it.